Welcome back to RSN Trackside, powered by Bob Johnson Auto Group. Joining us on the show as we continue our coverage of Watkins Glen, the driver of the number 500cars.com Chevy Camaro, defending Cup winner, defending Cup champion. Kyle Larson joins us. Young Money, welcome to the show. How are you?
I'm good. How are you guys?
Doing good. We appreciate you having you on. Just a heads up to our fans at home, we are pre-recording this a week before because Kyle's got a busy schedule coming up next week. So who knows? He could have 2 wins on the season, another top 5, a couple more playoff points. So as we get into this, I'll just simply begin with this. What's it mean to come back to Watkins Glen?
It's a really cool track. I always enjoy going to Watkins Glen. It's a beautiful area. The racing's always intense and fast paced. So was neat to get a win there last year and hoping to do the same this year.
Last year, like you just said, heck of a car, led 27 laps, incredible pit stop at the end to jump Martin Truex Jr. Just take us through that battle.
Yeah, it was. We had a good car. We were really good on the road courses everywhere last year, and yeah, like you mentioned, that pit stop there at the end. I remember coming in, I think side by side with Martin, and then we had a better pit stop than him. Came out as the leader, and I think it went the rest of the race green from there. Chase Elliott, he was coming pretty quick at the end, and just had to pick my way through lap traffic cleanly, and but he definitely had me nervous. So it was cool to get a win there. It's I've had some good runs there in the past, and was happy to close one out.
Yeah, I asked you this in the media center afterwards last year, talking about how Cliff Daniels was giving you the data there and how much the gap was coming down. He's been an incredible crew chief with you. Just talk about the relationship you guys have.
Yeah, Cliff's awesome. I'm very fortunate to have him as my crew chief and the guy leading our team. He's very intelligent, got great leadership skills, and he's very calm on the radio and very resourceful. He gives me lots of information. So he's exactly what I feel like I need as a race car driver while I'm out on the racetrack. So yeah, we had a great season last year. We've been good this year, and hopefully we can click off some more wins here coming up.
Let's talk about this season as a whole. How was getting adjusted to the next gen car at the beginning of the season? Obviously, it's been completely different. And from your perspective, as we enter the Glen weekend, does it race a lot better on road courses than the Gen 6 car did last year?
Um, I I think I think these cars, the next gen cars, handle so good on the road courses, and the brakes are so good that it's made the racing, it's made it harder to pass than last year. So I would say short tracks and road courses have, I don't want to like say suffered, but they're just, the racing to me is not as good. It's more strategy based and stuff. You're not going to, you don't see people really going out there and passing a bunch of cars and getting to the lead. So but the intermediate stuff I feel like has been a lot better than last year. I think having less downforce, more horsepower, that's helped the racing out some, and I've really enjoyed the intermediate style racing.
This year, and yeah, you just mentioned it following up on it. 1 win on the season at Auto Club, tied for fifth in playoff points with 14. You're matching the stats nearly of Chase Elliott in the past 15 races. 9 top 5s on the year. In the 8 that you didn't win, you led in 5 races. Obviously, from what we've learned, that the car has brought us a lot more parity with 15 different winners on the year. How tough has it been coming close to that second win, knowing that you've had fast cars all season?
Yeah, we've definitely. I feel like you've had a few get away from us. Um, I feel like our car has been pretty good for most of the year. Yes, we've had some weekends where we've missed it, but for the most part, I feel like our car capability has been there. Um, an area where we were really strong last year was just executing, and I feel like that's an area where, as you can see, a lot of teams haven't been executing very well, but we're one of those. Whether it's mistakes on my part or on pit road or pit calls, we just haven't done an amazing job at that. We've had weekends where we have executed well, we finished better than we should have, but there's definitely been some races where where we've not finished as well as we should have, just based off of execution. So that's an area we're trying to focus on a lot right now before we lead into the playoffs, and hopefully we can get some rhythm to our season.
Following up on the parody, how impressed have you been with the 15 different winners this season? I don't think we have seen an amount of different winners for like maybe 20 years.
Yeah, it's pretty incredible. And I mean, I can definitely foresee us getting to 16 winners. But I feel like that 16th winner, I feel like it probably will be Martin or Blaney to be the 16th winner. But either way, like that's pretty crazy that one of those two guys or potentially both could be out of the playoffs for being so good in points. But yeah, it's been cool. It's been cool to see different guys up front battling for wins this year, and a lot of parity, like you mentioned.
Looking ahead on the schedule, I'm interested in your perspective about this. Watkins Glen, a lot of 90-degree corners and long straightaways. We know about the huge announcement a couple of weeks ago with NASCAR going to a street course and in Chicago. And, there's been a bunch of similarities. Obviously, the biggest difference, the Glen having the skid pads, unlike Chicago. But I'm curious, could this maybe be a sneak peek for what we could see in 2023 there?
Uh, yeah, I don't know. I mean, it's definitely the schedule. The schedule is unique as is right now, and NASCAR continues to add some uniqueness to it. I particularly enjoy that. I like going to new places. I like when the schedule is different year in and year out. I feel like that keeps keeps things fresh. It's exciting for the fans. It's exciting for the teams. So I feel like NASCAR's done a really good job with that here the last 5 or so years.
I think the biggest story coming into the weekend at Watkins Glen as well is that Kimi Räikkönen is making his NASCAR Cup Series debut. How excited are you to be racing a former F1 champion?
Yeah, that's gonna be fun. I mean, I think you get the opportunity to race with him and see kind of how his driving style, being from his background, is going to be compared to all of us. It's going to be unique to see. So I know he's getting some testing in. So he'll be fast. He'll be up to speed. He'll probably have a shot to win, especially as fast as Trackhouse's stuff has been on road courses. So I'm looking forward to the opportunity to compete with him, and should be a lot of fun.
Now let's focus on dirt. I'd be remiss if I didn't ask you this question. I know I asked it to you last year. You're a guy that races anything, anywhere. New York, big block modifieds, there a lot. Have you considered racing it since we last talked last year? Would you be down to do it still?
Big blocks. I don't know. I mean, I won't say never, but I'm so busy with all the racing that I do currently that I don't even have time to race a big block. But I don't really know anybody in that type of racing. I've never really talked to any owners or anything like that. I've never even really talked to Stuart Friesen before, so or much at all, and I don't even really think ever about big blocks. So um, I don't know. I mean, I won't say never, but it's not really on my radar right now.
All right, understandable. Do you also have a friendship with Max McLaughlin or no? Because I know he used to race in
Yeah,
NASCAR.
yeah, I do. Max would be the. I mean, he's definitely. I think I don't even know the team that he races for, but he's mentioned to me multiple times that whenever I want to run, I could run for them. So I know I've got that, but I just don't follow it enough. And yeah, I've never really raced up in that region besides racing Watkins Glen. So be a really cool opportunity to race in front of a lot of race fans that have probably never seen me race in person. So, that part of it excites me. But again, it's not really on my radar just because I'm so busy racing everything that I mean, I raced over 100 times. So it'd be hard to, and I don't want to just do a one off. If I was to do it, I would want to race, to get comfortable and feel like I would be fast.
Yeah, definitely understandable. Following up on that, because I know you're focused on the sprint car as well as Richmond this weekend as we record, but All-Star Circuit of Champions is racing in New York throughout the weekend. Any plans to take the 57 to Outlaw, Utica, Rome, or Weed Sport?
No, I won't be there. I'm running Xfinity at Watkins Glen also, so I think I'd only be able to run like one of them. So that's a long ways for Paul to tow. So I think we'll race Putnamville on Tuesday for the series that I'm promoting, and look forward to that. And then I think Paul will probably head back west with everything to California. So no, I would have liked to, but I wanted to run an Xfinity race, and so that's kind of taking up the chance for me to race a sprint car up in that region.
Couple more questions before we let you go. First off, you just mentioned Tuesday, beginning of the High Limit series. How has everything been planning for that?
Yeah, it's been great. Actually, I mean, right before I got on here, we were all meeting, just kind of finalizing the plans for the race, as well as you're trying to get more prepared for next year. So I'm excited about it. I know a lot of the teams are really excited about it. We should have a great car count and hopefully a great crowd on hand for Tuesday night. And then, yeah, I look forward to next year. I think it's going to be a great thing for the sport of sprint car racing, adding 12 midweek shows, as well as a lot of money into an opportunity for all these teams to win. So I think it's gonna be great. I think you've seen it. You've seen how big dirt late model racing has gotten, and there's no reason why sprint cars shouldn't be the same. So that's my goal, is to just allow these teams to make some more money, and these drivers as well.
Finally, before we let you go, let's give you an opportunity to shout out your sponsors, shout out your team at Hendrick.
HendrickCars.com is my main sponsor. They've done a lot for my career, obviously, the last couple of years. So big shout out to Rick Hendrick and all the Hendrick Motorsports fans as well. So love all the fan support that we get each and every race, and love trying to make them proud.
Well, Kyle, we appreciate your time you've taken these past couple of minutes. As we record, best of luck to you in Knoxville and Richmond this weekend, and definitely looking forward to seeing it at the Glen, man, for sure.
Yeah, thank you.
RSN Trackside continues in just a moment.